What's going on, everybody? This is Eric, a Covenant of Love, coming to you in archaic symbolism, and today I'm going to decode some of David Bowie's Blackstar, and just show you that it includes quite a bit of what my work entails. Again, I have two movies. I'm still waiting. The person who's going to help me film is now very busy. But let's get into this. So, of course, he's all in black, right? And I'm going to say that this is the inverted or animal. Even though he's talking about higher spirituality with Venus, he's from the OTO, and they have the black mass with the, excuse me for saying this, a male ejaculatory feces and sometimes urine, and they will make these into crackers and they eat them. They're quite blasphemous, and as I've told you, if you look up just Google OTO phenomenon, you will find the Saturnus Fraternus there. So while they do present themselves to be nice people, and if you look at their like logo with the dove and the cup and the whole bit, well, the dove is one of the symbols for Venus, as is the rose. Okay, so like I said, if you look at a lot of Grateful Dead, their album is always showing you death with Venus. So I muted the audio, but I just want to kind of show you. And so we're going to keep, well, I'm here, you can. So he's talking about how the women only need smile. So here's Venus. And of course, she's going over to the gold shield, this thing where she's going to reveal death. But Venus is also the gold star. I mean, this is Venus here as well. You take a peeky, right? Okay, so of course we have the black sun, and this must go to the exact time, which obviously we haven't had a long period. So I'm assuming that it's at the end of the 25,920 year cycle, which right now she's moving in the Palladian system and the seven stars. That's why the seven's everywhere. You can also see it as a G. And when you have the compass and the square, you're dealing again with the zodiac, and it's breaking down spheres, which has to do with 180 degrees, 360 degrees, 720 degrees, which of course, most of it breaks down to 9. Okay, here, so they're starting right here to allude to the light. So there's 3 of them, okay? There's 3 people with this. So they've got a black guy, which I'm going to assume is night or the moon. They've got the white guy, which I'm going to say is the sun, and the woman is obviously going to be Venus, because Lucifer is a woman. She's Inanna. So here we have the death cubed. So they're already hinting to the cube, which I'm going to keep showing you here in a second. So again, this is Venus. This is Venus holding the cube, because she is the cube. The 8 corners are her 8 years when she makes the pentagram. Okay, she is Father Time's timepiece, as I've been saying to you all the time. How about right here with the E and the 3? So that's 3 pentagrams right there. 3 times 5, right? 3 pentagrams. Right? It's also 8, because E is 5, so it's also showing you her year. Once you guys start to see this, it'll become evident that it's literally everywhere. Okay, so here they're talking about the single light. Oh, let me mute that shit. The single solitary light. Okay, that's the great mediator. That's the allegory in the Bible, right? So when you're in balance, you don't even need your eyesight when you're balanced, because you're in the white matter of your mind, but you're also in white light. So they're in a pyramid here, and wait till you see what the pyramid is. So here's the pyramid, which is the Rubik's Cube, right? Alluding to the sun, the rays of the sun of the great mediator. So he's praying to Lucifer, okay? If if they believe it's an entity. So I guess I'm hoping most of you know by now that Saturnalis has nothing to do with Satan, and you've left all that stupid shit behind. You understand that, again, it's a god of harvest. It's not always evil, although they may have sacrificed people, like they'd call, like, have you ever looked up the sacrifice of the king? So there are times where if they're not eating or the crops aren't good, that they might have to sacrifice a king. That also alludes to JFK, some of you guys, if you remember back in the day when they first started coming out. But there's your cube, right? The 9 cubes times 3, 27, the middle one you can't see. So this video is pretty, at the end, is very, very blasphemous if you're a Christian. I don't believe in idols and these different things. And again, if you look at the OTO, you're going to realize that even though, so like a guy like Sticks and Hammer, 666, he looks at it from a non-idolistic thing, but there are people that are theists, obviously. So they love to blaspheme. So this is actually blaspheming the sun. So you have the 3 cubes because you got the 3 skulls. So I'm going to say 999 across, but they're on a cross, which can also be an X. So right now you're looking at 24, 24, 24. It's the face of the cube, right? They're adding their dark side to it, and I mean, if you go look at this OTO phenomenon, you will see that it is pretty dark. And and again, they've split up so that half of them are now dealing with women's excrements from lunar cycles. But anyway, so this one was pretty, and the whole time he's up there, praying to the light. But he's showing you the cube. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Let me see if I go back here. So he has the cube in a circle, but why do you have it in a circle? Because it's 360 degrees, so it's going to be 9 times, right? So if we do 9 times, all right, so there used to be 81 zodiacs. So 9 times 9 is 81, showing you the zodiac. But they added 7, right? They made it 88. Okay. And 88 has to do with other things. People will say crazy 88, like 40 above and 44 above and below or something like that. But for me, it's alluding to the human body. So you're left with 12. So you're left missing 12, which is the zodiac. And then if you add the 10, which is the compartments of the brain, you get 22, which is the Hebrew alphabet, minus the 2 that aren't actually letters. But anyway, so again, this is in a triangle. So it's showing you 9. It's showing you 9 times 3. And this is just, just fucking unnecessary. And basically they're summoning up the devil, but they're basically are worshiping death. This is the death cult that everybody's talking about. But that doesn't mean that the whole brotherhood does it. So you can't, there are different sects. So they're also in the circle, the zodiac, right? And they're all now Lucifer is what? She's inverted. So she's black. And I'm going to prove this in a minute through some other stuff. So, and he's fading out. Okay. So that's what I see in this video, okay? Really simple stuff. It's easy to see. Beauty is, kind of strange. He passed away right away, right? So they're alluding to 2 cubes right here, right? Rays of the sun. Got the cube. You got the double X, which is what? That's Venus upright and inverted. So her cycle of 3 upright, her cycle of 3 down is each X. Like the X-Men. They're Venus men. Okay? And again, so like this is 9. Okay? D and 5. And they have the 3. So I always told you the first letter, if you take the first letter of the words, you'll start to see it. So here's your 9 times 3, which is C. You got your copyright, which is an R, which is 9, and the outside's 9. So it's also, this is the Vesica Pisces. Okay? Vesica Pisces is everywhere. So again, the Vesica Pisces is 9 and 9 makes the 3rd circle. So it makes itself. 9 and 9 makes 18, which is 9. So it's also showing you the three rows of cubes. It is the Rubik's Cube. It's also the moon, like I said, because 0.7 of the month the moon disappears. So here again we have the X, right, for Nexus. You can have 3 stars, right, and 9. So they use 21, which is 3, right? You got your 5 and your 5. You got your star. You have color assured. So the C is 3 and the A is the pentagram. It's also 33 just by its lines. So A is made with 3 lines. If you go down, you can look at the 8 and the 9 right here, right? The ounce. So that's what? 8 times 9, 72. So this is 1 degree in years of the sun. You got the US, which is 3 stars. You've got 6 nines. So this can go around the Jewish star. You could put the 9s around the Jewish star, which is a cube, which would be 216 around the stars. You have right here 6. You've got the Jewish star, and you've got the moon cycle right there. Now let me see. I had a lot of windows open here, so let me break them down here. Okay, so today, and we're going to look at this in a couple different ways, but I wanted to show it to you here. Just here you have the 8 in a circle, so that's 8 times 9. That's showing you the cube right there. I mean, they're very open about it. There's Venus. Worldwide, 2 5s, up and down. The same with this right here. Okay. The 8 is the pentagram in this. So you've got 3 pentagrams or 6 times 8. So you've got 3 times 8 or 6 times 8. So what is that? That's the double X. They're showing you the same. So they're actually, in this, they're giving you, this is actually, if you use the multiplication, it's 3 X's. XXX, right? Just like on the cross where they showed the 3 guys. And I mean, they're not hiding it. I mean, these people obviously know what they're doing here. But what I wanted to talk about, and I couldn't find it, so I saw a shirt today, and that's the reason I was able to see the 48 a little clearer, is they had the U right here, and they had the F right here. So if you did the U and the F, right, 3 times 6, you get the 6 cubes right there, 666. 8 being the pentagram. So you either have 3 times 8, which is an X, or you have the 6 times 8, which is 48. You have the 3 cubes. So these are people that are in the inner workings. I'm just telling you. So the Blackstar, while it may, like people like Mac that are saying that they can time when the black sun comes, and then that's the only time every 25,920 years that people get to leave the planet. Well, you know, now they say it's 2,600 years, and then that's not going into like the Hinduism, the Rig Vedas, and their astrology, which also correlates. You'll see 27 in that. So the numbers, all these numbers that we deal with are constantly reoccurring. So I hope that you can get this a little bit. So remember, she's the gold star, she's the rose, she's the dove. Her colors are green, white, and red. So you can see her on the flags, right? So this is Covenant of Love. This is the video. And I hope it makes a little bit of sense. I know it seems more simple than other people because I mean, I could point out how blasphemous the video is, but it's just I just don't deal with that type of stuff. I'm not into dogma. I mean, at least I try not to be. Stay away from idol worship. So everybody have a good day, and I hope everybody's well. Talk to you later.